making no apology. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Civil Politics. So today I do want to react on the EFF in Gauteng for opening a case against Operation Dudula. I saw a lot of course, clashback from social media. So I want to catch up on that. So Komisar Nkululeko Godunga, was it yesterday on the 19th or the 20th? I think it was Saturday or Sunday. He went to the police station and he opened a case against Operation Dudula, right? So he says that, so let me first read here. It says here, EFF Gauteng to open a case against Operation Dudula for blocking access to clinics in Alexandra and causing the death of a 1-year-old, praise Banda. So, and then he went on the 20th. The 20th was on Saturday. So it says here, we demand that the police must do their job in enforcing the law. Operation Dudula has no mandate to harass people in clinics and hospitals. South Africa is a democratic and constitutional state governed by the rule of law. We stand to be subjected to, we can't be subjected to an apartheid-like situation of past laws. And I know people are gonna have throw a lot of tantrums. And by the way, the EFF is not the only one that has been saying this, but I know because they took the action of opening a case. I saw a lot of people throwing tantrums saying, we're not gonna vote for the EFF. And obviously it's something that they've said before. I always say you cannot threaten someone with one thing every single time and think that it's gonna work, because that's what they threatened last time. So it says here, as they're explaining, the EFF will not allow our public facilities to be hijacked and ran through logic of vigilante groups like Operation Dudula. A young lady, Grace Banda, was denied entrance to all clinics around Alexandra until a sick child died. Pregnant women are forced to give birth outside clinic gates, and EFF cannot stand by and watch for the sake of scoring cheap political points. Human lives are much greater of a price than such political stunts. Yeah, and then I've got a few clips of Komisar Dunga here speaking, which I think I do wanna attach.
So we must stop trying to deflect our problems that are created by government. Yeah. And then we say, no, those problems are attributed towards this particular thing. No, illegal immigrants or not. A 1-year-old child died. That child does not know whether they are in South Africa legally or illegal. Why must a 1-year-old child die at the expense of old people who want to use the socio-economic conditions of our people for political popularity? For they must be known in society. A 1-year-old must die. So we were here today to open a case against the Dudula operation. We're here today to open a case against the leader of Dudula. Why is it important that we open a case against the leader of Dudula? Because she's the one who inspires her own people to do that. To go into clinics, to go and stop health care to be given to our people. And when we say our people, we mean me and you, by the way. Because it could so happen that you are dark-skinned enough for them to say, well, no, you are not a South African. They want to take us back to the golden days of apartheid, where we must now carry our passes to prove that we are South African. You know, even Tsonga people are attributed as people of foreign origin by people who have no understanding of the demographics of this country. So we cannot allow the denial of public health care to anyone. This says that this must be a borderless Africa. not a borderless South Africa.
Yes.
Because South Africa, I see Africa,
Yes.
a borderless Africa.
Yes.
We are not saying that we must take away our borders while everybody else has borders.
Yes.
That's not what we are saying. We are saying that Africa must have one president. Africa must have one parliament. Africa must have one police force. Africa must have one home affairs. Africa must have one soldier, one army. Africa must use one currency. So that the people who stay as far as Bush Park reach, who have certain skills and so forth, are just able to travel 50, 60 kilometers to Maputo, but tole mmereko mo. So that the people back home Mozambique, there in Maputo, whom they don't have shops and shopping centers, are able to travel to South Africa and buy the necessary things that they are requiring from supermarkets. It creates not only for greater relations amongst countries, but it also capacitates economic function. Economic function. The line between Swaziland and South Africa, keep board. So, in the United States of America, the biggest economic hub is a combination of 54 states without borders. In Europe, it's a combination of multiple of countries who don't have borders, but everyone is accountable for. We must stop saying as well that crime is related to nationality. It's not true.
So that is what Commissar Nkululeko Tunga was saying, and I feel like he spoke very well. But I do want to read this thing here just before I go a little bit further. It says here, the Gauteng police have confirmed that they are investigating a criminal complaint against Operation Dudula and its leader, Zandile Thoughts, following the death of 1-year-old child after the mother was prevented from accessing health care. The EFF accused the movement of conducting a barbaric campaign of stopping allegedly illegal foreigners from accessing services at public health facilities across the country. The EFF said it also supports other citizens whose constitutional rights were violated when members of the movement prevented them from accessing health care service in Soweto. Speaking outside the Alexandra police station, EFF chairperson, regional chairperson Nkululeko Tunga said that the party has a clear position on immigration, which is the clips that I just played for you guys. The EFF stance is that everyone must be documented and accounted for. The state must have the ability to track every person's movements in the country, but this doesn't mean we must allow lawlessness to raise its ugly head in the guise of some misguided patriotism. The EFF will not allow our public facilities to be hijacked and run through logic of vigilante groups like Operation Dudula. So I want to know what you guys think. I know a lot of people, of course, I've already seen a lot of people are not happy. But I think let's discuss it a little bit more. Before you comment on this video and you come for the EFF for opening a case against Operation Dudula, just remember that the DA has also called out Operation Dudula. And you guys were saying not too long ago, we're going to vote for Helen. We're going to vote for Helen as mayor. Helen Zille wants to be mayor of Joburg. They also called out the Operation Dudula. It says here, the DA calls on Kachalia to protect. Kachalia is the new minister of police. So the DA has called on Kachalia to protect the clinics and hospitals from Operation Dudula. The Democratic Alliance has called on the acting police minister, Professor Feroz Kachala, to urgently deploy public order policing units to safeguard healthcare facilities and ensure that foreign nationals can access medical services without intimidation. Which are the DA? The appeal comes in response to the reports that members of Operation Dudula have been blocking patients, particularly foreign nationals, from entering hospitals and clinics in provinces including Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. The DA has condemned these actions as despicable hindrances and intimidation, and warned that preventing access to healthcare could have serious public healthcare consequences. Stopping communicable diseases demands that every sick person be treated in public health facilities. Healthcare is a right that belongs to us all, no matter where we come from, the party stated, which is the DA. The DA has submitted parliamentary questions to the Department of Health, seeking clarity on measures in place to protect patients. The party emphasizes that South Africa is Africa's constitution guarantees the right of every individual, regardless of nationality, to access health care services, including emergency and productive care. So, as the situation unfolds, the DA is pushing for immediate police action to ensure healthcare facilities remain safe and accessible to all. The power is back. Yeah, well, so it's quite interesting, because the reaction that you guys are doing towards the EFF and the reaction you do towards the DA and other parties, it's not the same when they're exactly saying the same thing. EFF has opened a case because there's a child that died. So I'm not sure why people would like take it as if the EFF is choosing foreigners, but when the DA speaks, you don't say anything. So I want you guys to tell me what you think. Or do you think the EFF is wrong for taking this stance, and like to open a case against Operation Dudula? Do you think what Operation Dudula is right, despite what the Constitution of South Africa says? And please, when you're answering this, don't answer it. Of course, I know what you guys are gonna say. I know you guys are not happy. I know that for a fact. But like, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, guys, because this was just supposed to be a short video anyway. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zizipolo Belana. Please subscribe to this channel. Let's get to 40k subscribers, 50k subscribers. And please support the channel. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua. Until the next time.